As if we don't have enough gun violence in this country, as if we don't have enough guns in this country, we have 300 million people in the country and approximately 300 million guns. Now, not every person has a gun, but that means the people who do have guns, which is a gigantic number of people, have multiple guns. Great. North Carolina wants you to bring them everywhere. They just passed a bill approved by the lawmakers saying, hey, you know what? It's just not enough guns out in the public. So let's make sure that we spread it around a little bit. So they decided that you can now bring your guns to bars and restaurants if the bar owner does not object. And you can bring them to any public school or university. Great. Because that Virginia Tech massacre, that didn't affect anybody. No, of course, in Virginia Tech, if they had a gun, they would have shot him, except the people who also had a gun would have shot the people with the other gun because they wouldn't know who the real shooter is. And when the cops arrived, it'd be like 27 guns out there and everybody shooting each other. That's awesome. North Carolina thinks that's a lovely idea, but that's not all. The schools aren't enough. The restaurants and bars aren't enough because when you're drunk, that's a great time for everybody to have loaded weapons. They're also going to allow weapons, concealed carry permit holders to take firearms into greenways, playgrounds, and public recreation areas. Playgrounds. Playgrounds where your kids go. You know, the swings, and they have the jungle gym, and it looks very pleasant. Now, in North Carolina, any parent there, or non-parent, could be packing heat. Because just in case there's a little scuffle between the 3-year-olds, I mean, you wouldn't want to be caught without your gun around, right? We have lost our minds as a country in our entirety. We're gun crazy. There's no limit to it whatsoever. Bring them to the schools, bring them to the bars, bring them to the playgrounds. And as the Zimmerman case showed, you don't want to be caught without your gun, because if someone picks a fight with you and you don't have a gun, they can execute you and say, hey, I stood my ground. That guy looked at my kid funny in the playground, so I shoved him, and when he shoved me back, I killed him. I keep saying it because it's true. It's insanity.